Hey, March is AI month, and here we go. Now, someone reached out the other day and they said, Chuck, it just takes too dang long to do all this YouTube stuff you're talking about. No, it doesn't. So, there's a challenge. I'm going to show you how to create spot-on content in 5 minutes that will make creating YouTube videos easy. Okay? You ready?
Okay, folks, I put myself on a timeline and I said that I can show you how to create content in 5 minutes or less. So here we go. Number one, I like using a program called SEMrush. Okay, SEMrush to me is one of the coolest places to be able to really go in and try to dive in and find out what might hone in more quickly to get the outcome I'm looking for. And I use a thing called a keyword magic tool. And I like using questions as a search. So for example, what is business ethics has the highest volume of all, 1.2 billion searches last week. However, because it is so broad, it would be hard for me to rank with that. But I could slide down the screen, for example, and say, okay, what is business ethics and why is it important? And that had 599 million searches. But it's going to be a lot easier for me to rank there because it just doesn't have the competition. So let's take that term and I'm going to go over now to ChatGPT. And here's the question. I want ChatGPT to write a 300-word article on what is business ethics and why is it important, and make the article conversational, pithy with an edge, yet professional, and with an opening hook that is real-world applicable. Now, the one thing you got to understand with ChatGPT is there's a thing called prompt engineering, and that is learn how to write the question. It takes some time, but learn how to write the question to get you the greatest probability of a really good answer. Okay? So ChatGPT is doing its thing. I'm on a timeline, so the quicker it can do it, the better off we're going to be, because I promised you I would show you how to be able to get some really great content in 5 minutes or less so that you too can start creating videos without feeling like, oh my God, I've got to spend a half day and think about this and do all this research and so forth and so on. So by the time I've sat here and blabbed on, ChatGPT functionally is done. Well, it's got another line or so. Now, there we go. ChatGPT has written the material that I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. Now, some of you would be like, oh my God, he's not going to just use exactly what ChatGPT has, is he? Well, I could. There's nothing wrong with it as long as I read it and it makes sense and I chuck-eyes it. But no, I'm going to go to Quillbot. I love Quillbot. Let me just give you a quick side note. I'm eating into my time, but you can write something on ChatGPT and put it into an AI and it will say it's AI written. But if you take what AI wrote and put it into Quillbot and let it paraphrase it, when you take the Quillbot content and put it into the AI to say who wrote it, it will say it is 99% human written. It's amazing. And Quillbot gives you the opportunity to do standard, fluent, formal, simple, creative, expand, or shorten, and I like creative. So let's paraphrase what ChatGPT wrote. Doesn't take but just moments. But what it did is it kind of made it more conversational. So I'm now going to take, I've got my content, or at least the majority of my content, but I'm going to take that. Again, I'm going to copy it. And in my world, I like using notes. Notes for me is a place where I put my content so that I can begin the idea of moving things forward in my teleprompter. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to paste the information that was there. And when I do a program, when I record something, I generally have a little section that identifies myself. So ChatGPT wrote it. I'm going to go in, personalize it, identify myself. And the question is, so what is the definition of corporate importance or business ethics, and why is it important? There's a line here that I don't particularly like. So yes, I'm going to read it and edit it just in case there's something that doesn't seem to fall. But So far, so good. I'm looking at it. I don't see anything that I disagree with. And okay, I know some of you don't want to hear this, but what we put out is not meant for a dissertation. It's not academic. You can make it as academic as you want, but YouTube, to be found, to be a thought leader, is putting out quantity, not detailed quality. So use the tools that are available. So I'm going to end up with a simple line. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you'd like more. And we're done.
All right, we did it. So to recap, I use keyword search terms I found in SEMrush provided in question format. I took that to ChatGPT, asked the question, and asked it to write a well-written 300-word article. I took the article that ChatGPT wrote and imported it into Quillbot and asked it to paraphrase the content into a creative script. And lastly, for me, I imported it into my teleprompter script location, personalized it, and now I'm ready to shoot the video. So as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to go shoot that video. Now, think about it like this. If you were to take a half day, you could, following my process, record 4 to 6 scripts per hour. I didn't say record them in YouTube, but you could create 4 to 6 scripts per hour. Took us only 5 minutes. Okay? Now, that would mean that in the course of a half day, you could have 24 scripts. Easy. Recording them on my iPhone 14 Pro Max would take maybe an hour. I mean, they're not long. And by the end of the day, I would have enough recorded to provide a video for 5 days a week for a month. Okay, so, y'all, don't make it harder than it has to be. By the way, not diminishing business ethics, but I bet your topic is sexier than mine. So if I can do this and get close to 40,000 views every 28 days, I know you can. Okay? So, stay tuned. Let's talk more about putting AI to work for you. Subscribe below. And I tell you what I will do. In a subsequent video, we'll talk about just how well the video we created in this 5 minutes actually performed. See you soon.